Hi Ravi. Mohammed.
Hi.
Sunil. Sunil.
Yes, sir.
వినపడుతుందా?
వినిపిస్తుంది సార్.
Yes, Hi Ravi. Mohammed.
Yes, sir.
Hi Ravi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So Linux administration. The duration of the course 45 days. 45 days. In Linux certification, Linux administration, we have two certification. One is RSCE, RSCSE. RSCE stands Red Hat certified engineer. RSCSE stands Red Hat certified system administrator. The course includes both the certification RSCE and RSCSE. There are three papers. SA stands SA1. SA1 stands System Administration Paper 1. SA2 System Admin Paper 2. NA stands Network Administration. These are the papers in certification course. Who are the audience for this Linux administration? Who can learn this? Generally, if you are BTech background, BTech MCA background, you are eligible for programming. You are eligible for programming. You have good programming skills, but mandatory is BTech or MCA. Any degree is not eligible. But Linux administration, any degree eligible. No programming required. There is no programming Linux administration. Any degree eligible. Once you complete the course, you can join as a fresher 0 to 4 years experience. the course which I designed, you can join as a fresher or you can keep up to 4 years experience once you complete the course. So who are the audience for this? Any degree, no degree mandatory, any degree eligible. What are the modules which I'm going to cover paper 1? In fact, I'll give the training, I'll do the proxy and placement, support, training, placement, support. So what are the modules in the paper 1? Installation part. What are the types of installation of Linux operating system? What are the modes of types? What are the modes of installation? I can install Linux with graphical mode, GUI mode, graphical user interface. GUI stands graphical user interface, and CLI. CLI stands command line interface. CLI stands command line interface. We can install Linux in graphical mode. We can install Linux in command line. But real time, we never install Linux with graphical mode. Graphical mode required more CPU utilization, more memory utilization, takes more time to load the operating system. Linux we always install through CLI, command line. Graphical mode means desktop. CLI means no desktop, only CLI, command line. Just a minute. This is called as a CLI, command line interface. No graphical, no desktop. And we have two types of installation, auto installation and custom installation. If it is Microsoft, insert the DVD, next, finish. That is called auto. What is the advantage of auto? Any layman can install the operating system without knowing what's the drive, what's the folder, what's the file. Any layman can install the OS. That is the advantage of auto layout. Everything by default installed. Similarly, Linux also we have auto layout. Auto layout. In Windows, during installation, default is auto layout. It won't ask you what drive to create. By default, get the C drive, and everything will be installed under C drive. That is called auto layout. What is the advantage? Anyone can install because next, finish. But being expertise, always go for custom layout. In custom layout, we can create the drive, C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive. We can create multiple drives during installation, only in custom, not possible, not. Custom only for experts who knows how to create the drives during installation. Similarly, Linux also default is auto. Anyone can install. But as expertise, we always go for custom layout where we can customize our partitions in the real time. Next, user administration. User administration, also called user management. It is very, very important topic in Linux, not only Linux, even in AWS also we have user administration. AWS we called as a IAM. IAM stands Identity access management. AWS we call as a IAM. AWS we call as a IAM. Windows and Linux we call as a user admin. Here we are going to discuss about how to create the groups, how to create the users, how to monitor the users, creation of pseudo users, creation of disk quarters, troubleshooting. How to create the groups, how to create the users. If at all you want to access any resources, either software resource or a hardware resource. If you go to ATM and you're trying to access your account through ATM card that need a PIN number, that is called authentication. You want to access gmail.com, yahoo.com, required login name and password, that is called user authentication. User credentials, required login name and password. In the real time, passwords are the securities. User credentials are the securities. We should not leak our password. So this is the major important role in Linux administration, how to create the groups, how to create the users, how to monitor the users. The meaning of monitoring, at what time user logged in, what time user logged out, what command executed, that is called monitoring. In the real time, one of the role of admin is auditing. What is the meaning of auditing? When user logged in, from which IP address user logged in, when user logged out, how long the user login session, that is called auditing. Pseudo users are special type of users that we'll discuss later. Disk quarters. What is the meaning of disk quarters? When you get account with gmail.com, in Gmail, they are giving 15 GB per user. You cannot use more than 15 GB storage. In Yahoo, you cannot use more than 1 TB storage. That is called creation of disk quarters. And troubleshooting. What type of problems will encounter in user administration? How to troubleshoot these problems? When user forget the password, how to reset the password? When administrator forget the password, how to break the password? Breaking the password is different, reset the password is different. All these troubleshooting we discuss in the user administration. Disk management. We are going to discuss how to create the partitions. Like Windows, we call it the drive. Unix, we call it the file system. How to create the file system, how to format the file system, how to access the file system, and the troubleshooting. Run levels. Run levels are different types of modes in Microsoft. Run levels are different types of modes in Windows. What are the different types of modes in Microsoft? We have command mode, networking mode, safe mode, normal mode. What is the default mode in Windows? Default is normal mode. Default is normal mode. Means whenever I boot the system directly boot to the normal mode. Normal mode we also call multi-user mode. Normal mode we also call multi-user mode. What's the meaning of multi-user? Anyone can log in. Multi-user means what? Anyone can log into my server when system is at normal mode. The default mode Windows always normal mode. Anyone can log in. Here are the types of modes in Windows. Similarly, we have types of run levels. Here we have types of run levels. Linux we call types of run levels, single user mode and multi-user mode. What is single user mode? In Microsoft we call it as a safe mode. Safe mode is a single user mode. Safe mode we also call single user mode. We also call maintenance mode. Similarly, single user mode we also call maintenance mode. Maintenance means you want to take the drive backup, Windows. Do not take the drive backup when logins are active. What is the meaning of logins are active? If somebody making the changes in the drive, somebody drawing the amount, somebody deposit the amount, that means drive is active. You cannot take the backup when drive is active. Because while taking the backup, they're making some changes in the drive, some changes in the files. We can't take complete backup. It is not recommended to take the backup in multi-user mode. Bring the server to the safe mode, single user mode, maintenance mode, so that we can take complete drive backup. In maintenance mode, no one can log into your server. No one can access your drive. Why it is called single user mode? Only administrator can log in.
The same way Windows also.
Okay. Safe mode Windows, single user mode in Linux. Then troubleshooting. When system always rebooting, how to troubleshoot the problem? When system always shutting down, when system always shutting down, how to troubleshoot the problem? To understand this troubleshooting, you need to understand system booting process. Booting process is very, very important for Linux administrator. Booting process is very, very important for Linux administrator. Generally, whenever we boot a system, either lap or desktop, initially BIOS will be loaded. BIOS loads MBR, master boot record. MBR loads PT, partition table. Partition table loads bootloader. Bootloader loads kernel. Bootloader loads kernel. Kernel loads Microsoft C drive. Kernel loads Microsoft C drive. BIOS loads master boot record. Master boot record loads PT partition table. PT stands partition table. Partition table loads the bootloader. Bootloader loads the kernel. What do you mean by kernel? Kernel is nothing but operating system. Kernel, operating system both are same. Then the kernel loads the C drive. When the C drive is 100% full in Windows, system does not boot. When C drive is 100% full, system does not boot. It always boot to the maintenance mode. That is called safe mode. When system always going to safe mode, the reason is the C drive is full. In Linux, it goes to always single user mode, maintenance mode. So how to troubleshoot the problem? Any kind of booting issues we can troubleshoot if you understand the system booting process. It is very, very important. Definitely one question interview, either you go with pressure or experience. How to? I didn't get 100%. 100% disk is full. We'll discuss. When C drive is 100% full, how to troubleshoot it? All this troubleshooting part we discussed. LVM. LVM stands Logical Volume Manager. LVM stands Logical Volume Manager. Just now I told you that when C drive is full, Microsoft, when C drive is full, 100% full, no free space. No free space. How to troubleshoot the problem? We have to take the drive backup. Take the drive backup, increase the drive size, format it, then restore from the backup. Take the drive backup, format it, then restore from the backup. But the problem is, I can't take the backup when logins are active. I can't take the backup when logins are active. I have to bring the server to the maintenance mode. That is called offline. That is called offline because in maintenance mode, no one can log into your server. In maintenance mode, safe mode, maintenance mode, single user mode, no one can log into your server. No one can access your drive. That is called offline. So bring the server to the maintenance mode, take the drive backup, increase the drive size, format it, then restore from the backup. But real time, we never do this offline. Because when the drive is terabyte, more than terabyte size, it will take 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours to take the backup. So 5 to 6 hours downtime to my application. 5 to 6 hours downtime to the end user. No one can do the money transaction online. Your Paytm, Google Pay, Phone Pay, all these applications are down. No one can access gmail.com, yahoo.com. That is called as a downtime. In the real time, we have to increase the drive size dynamically online. The meaning of dynamically online when logins are active. The meaning of dynamically online means when logins are active. Without taking the backup, without disturbing user activities, without loss of data, I can increase my drive size online. That is possible with LVM, Volume Manager. In Windows, we call it as a SVM, sorry. Windows, we call it as a LDM, Logical Disk Manager. Windows, we call LDM, Logical Disk Manager. Linux, we call LVM, Logical Volume Manager. There is no production service, database service without this volume manager software. No production database service without this volume manager software. Very, very important. Automation of jobs. We also call job automation. We also call job automation. What is this automation of jobs? Sometimes they'll ask you to take the backup, early in the morning at 5 a.m. You have to take the drive backup early in the morning at 5 a.m. Are you going to stay till 4 a.m. in the office? Not required. We can write that command in automation of jobs. We can schedule the jobs. We can schedule the job saying that execute this job at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. Or execute this job 4 o'clock every day, every week, every month. That is called job automation. Without my presence, the job will be executed automatically. Without my presence, the job will be executed automatically. That is called automation of jobs. RPM. RPM stands Red Hat Package Manager. Red Hat Package Manager. If you want to configure your server as a web server, you need to understand what package you have to install for web server, what package you have to install for to configure mail server, what package required to configure FTP server. Without knowing how to install these packages, how to verify the packages, how to upgrade the package, how to query the package, without this RPM, you can't able to work in the real time. Sometimes they'll also set up a web server. You need to understand how to install a package for web server. You want to install a Python and Linux. Download this Python from internet. For example, if it is Microsoft, Windows, everything is a graphical mode. No technical background is required. You want to install the Java, open the browser, type Java 1.8 download. Just click on that. It will download automatically. And click on that executable file. The software will install automatically. No technical background required to install the software if it is Microsoft. Because everything is graphical mode, user friendly. But Linux not like that. Because everything is a command line. No graphical, no desktop. I downloaded this package from internet, Apache Maven, Tomcat. Tomcat is application server. What is the command we have to use? wget or curl. Wget or curl. With the help of this command, we can download this software from internet. No browser facility. Everything is a command line. JDK, Java Development Kit. JDK, Java Development Kit. What type of format it is? .rpm. .rpm format. What type of format it is? .gz. What type of format it is? .bin.ggzip. You need to understand what type of these files, how to how to install the zip file, how to install the tar file, how to install the RPM package. All this stuff we'll discuss in the package administration. So Linux, everything is command line. Process management. Windows we call as a task. Windows we call as a task. Windows we call as a task. Unix we call as a process. Windows we call as a task. Unix we call as a process. So how to check that what processes are running? If any process using more CPU utilization, more memory utilization, find out those processes and kill the process. So how to check the process, how to kill the process, all this stuff we discuss in the process management. RAID, redundant array of inexpensive or independent disk. Basically, the purpose of RAID is for fault tolerance. The purpose of RAID is for fault tolerance. What is the meaning of fault tolerance? If I take a server with only one hard disk, I have a server with only one physical disk, and I install operating system, database, applications, everything on this physical disk. Tomorrow the hard disk crash. When the hard disk crash, the whole data will be lost. So there is no fault tolerance. No fault tolerance. When the hard disk fails, the whole data will be lost. So for fault tolerance, we have to add two physical disks. Add two physical disks. More than one, either two or four, whatever maybe, but should be more than one. Add two physical disks. Windows, we call it as a disk 0. Disk 0 stands first disk. Windows we call as a disk 0, first disk. Disk 1, second disk. Disk 0 stands first disk 1 stands second disk. You want to see that how many disks in a laptop or desktop? Go to this PC. Properties. This PC manage. This PC manage. Go to disk management. By default, you have only one hard disk. That is called disk 0. All laptop desktop will have by default only one hard disk, but not in the case of servers in the real time. The servers real time will come with more than one hard disk. The servers comes with more than one hard disk. So let us say we have two hard disks. We'll take two hard disks and configure RAID on that. This is called RAID 1. RAID 1 stands mirroring. RAID 1 stands mirroring. Set up a RAID 1 and install the operating system. After setting up RAID and install the OS, the operating system is going to install parallelly. The operating system is going to install parallelly in both the hard disks. That means what? You have a C drive in the first disk and C drive in the second disk. Both the disks contains operating system, and we install the application is going to install parallelly on both the hard disks. If you install database is going to install parallelly on both the disks. That is called mirroring. What is the advantage? If one hard disk crash, I'm able to access my application database with the help of other hard disks. That is called as a fault tolerance. So in the real time, we always use RAID for fault tolerance. All these topics comes under system administration paper 2. Comes under paper 2. What is administration paper 1? Paper 1 is nothing but basic commands. Linux basic commands, Unix basic commands. Those basic commands comes under SA1. This is called system admin. We don't require more than one system. To practice system admin, we don't require more than one system. If you go for network admin required minimum two systems. Network admin required minimum two systems, which we are going to configure one as a server, the other one as a client. Server and the client. Any questions, guys? I'm going to close this. You want to take the photo? You can take the photo. You want to take the snap? Take the snap. It is paint. Video. videos 1-2 days పడుతుంది. So coming to the network administration, all the servers configuration comes under network admin. All the servers configuration comes under network admin. In network admin, first we are going to discuss about how to configure network. How to configure network. What is IP address? How to configure IP address? How to add two systems in the network, 2 or more systems in the network. Then we talk about services. How to start the services, how to stop the services, how to see the status of the services. Then we talk about firewalls. What is firewalls? How to enable the firewalls, how to disable the firewalls. Then we talk about FTP, file transfer protocol. File transfer protocol. FTP stands file transfer protocol. FTP stands file transfer protocol. Then NFS, network file system. DNS, domain naming service. DNS stands domain naming service. DHCP, dynamic host control or configuration protocol. Apache is a web server. How to configure web server? Samba, TCP wrappers. All this comes under network admin. Required minimum 2 servers, 2 systems. TCP wrappers also firewall. Samba is the file server, FTP also file server, NFS also file server, DNS hostname to IP address to host names, DHCP assign IP address automatically, Apache web server, TCP wrappers are the firewall. So tomorrow onwards, we are going to start what is the Windows family, what is Unix family, what is the difference between Windows and Unix, where we use Microsoft, where we use Unix, what are the flavors of Unix, what are the flavors of Linux. All this stuff we'll discuss tomorrow. Any questions? Okay, guys. See you tomorrow, same time.
Okay, sir.
Any questions? Okay, thank you.